Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Tijuana Smith Pittman, and I am excited to be here at Deeper Women Leads in Atlanta, Georgia. Not only am I excited about being here amongst these powerful men and women, I'm also excited about our guest on today. My goodness, there's a whole lot of things that I could say about her. However, what I will allow her to do is to introduce herself to some and present herself to others. Please join me and welcome to the stage, welcome to the podcast, welcome to this space on today, Michelle Spez. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are you? I'm so excited to have you here. Oh my goodness. Oh, where do we begin to even talk about all of the magnificent, wonderful things that you're doing? But what I find so interesting about you, it is Michelle Speaks with a Z.
Correct.
I want to ask you a question.
Yes.
What's the specificity with the Z? Is there something symbolic in that? Is there something in specific that you're highlighting with the Z?
There is. Honestly, the Michelle Speaks with a Z, if you hide it, you can't heal it, came by way as so people know how to differentiate me from another Michelle Speaks who's doing different things, but still has that name. So if people want to find me, the people that need to find me, I want to make sure that they can.
Absolutely. So, I love that.
Yes,
I love the distinguishment. I love also the fact that you said so that they can find you. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Yes.
If people wanted to find you, and once they find you, what do they find?
What they find is a woman that is ready to journey through the path of some of the darkest moments of their life. And not only journey with them, speaking to them, not at them.
I love that.
Helping them to show up authentically, transparently, and vulnerably after adversity.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I heard a lot of different things. So good right there. But the word that I want to highlight is vulnerable. Let's talk about that. Let's unpack that just a little. A lot of times when we begin to think about our processes and our journeys, oftentimes we don't get an opportunity, or sometimes we don't give ourselves permission to be vulnerable. At what stage did you decide, I'm going to be not only vulnerable with those that I've come in contact with, but I'm going to be vulnerable with myself? And what did that look like?
So what stage? So I would have to say going into my early 20s, I decided to join the military because I wanted to recreate myself after growing up in a dysfunctional environment. And I realized that in order to recreate myself, I had to face the deepest, darkest, most painful, shameful parts of myself. And so once I made the decision to do that, I knew that I could only do that once I was vulnerable, not only with other people, but with myself, because everything begins and ends within.
Absolutely. That's good right there. I love the fact that you were more concerned with, not just with yourself, but you were also concerned twofold. The duality of that is that I don't just want to walk through this. I don't just want to embrace this, but I want to be authentic. So much so that when I'm speaking to other women or men, that I'm not only able to share the strategies, share the principles, and be vulnerable, but give them a starting point. What would you say the most important starting point is in terms of moving away from the shame, being healed of the shame, so that they can then move into a position where not only that they can lead, but so that they can be led?
So the most important starting place, number one, is forgiveness. Forgiveness of self and forgiveness because of the sense of betrayal. Because anytime we encounter anything, the root of it is a sense of betrayal.
It is. It really is. That's good right there. When we talk about betrayal, too often, a lot of times we don't go too deep, or we don't go deep enough about betrayal, because betrayal is real. And not only is it on the outside in terms of it being external, it's also internal, because sometimes we betray ourselves. Can you speak to that woman or that man that may be feeling like, I've done all the steps, I've taken all the processes, but I still have this one place that I'm struggling in terms of having been betrayed? And the deepest one of them all is recognizing I've betrayed myself to someone. Did you ever encounter that?
Most definitely.
All right.
Self-betrayal is one of the most challenging obstacles to overcome, but it's the most freeing and the most liberating. So the first step in journeying along the path from self-betrayal is understanding that whatever things you've encountered, there was nothing that you did to cause it, and there was nothing that you could have done to prevent it.
That's powerful. That's very powerful. I mean, I could go on and on with you because, the conversation here, and that's what we wanted to have, was a conversation. I love the fact that you put yourself in front of everything else, and putting yourself in front of everything else, then you're able to connect with people right where they are.
Yes.
So what do you have coming up? What do you have going on? I know that you have books and
Right.
you're doing some amazing things. Share with the audience, and also let us know where we can, find you.
Right, right. Well, of course, you see, I'm here at the Deeper Women Conference.
Yeah.
So I'm super excited about sharing with individuals and also receiving
Yes.
what everyone else has to give. What I have on the forefront, so next week I will be in Texas facilitating a retreat, leading women through the process of pain and trauma and helping them to re-identify their relationship with Christ.
I love that.
From there, I'll be moving on, going to Virginia to do some other retreats and other speaking engagements because I am committed to leaving no gift left unturned. And God has called me to speak life into those men and women that feel like they no longer have a voice.
I love that.
So I'm going to continue to unlock some voices. And if you want to reach out to me, because we all need help along the path in moving beyond pain. So reach out to me at www.michellespeakswithaz.com or follow me on all my social media handles, IG, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube at Michelle Speaks.
Okay.
Let's connect.
All right. Well, there you have it. Michelle Speaks. In any shape, form, or fashion, no matter how you look at it, she has given us not only the tools and the principles and the strategies, but she's made it so intimately so and interwoven in what she's speaking that it's not that she's selling something, but rather she's promoting the kingdom. I'm Dr. Tijuana Smith Pippin, and this has been A Moment for You. This is Philip B. Rose. So how did you feel about that?
I felt wonderful.
How did you love the question, line of questions?
I love the questions. I love fireside chats, for lack of a better word.
Absolutely.
Because they're organic and you can really have the ability to speak from the heart.
It was an opportunity for the Holy Spirit to pull those things out of you that he wanted you to say, that he wanted the hearer and the person that's going to be able to see the podcast to be able to connect with you, not just have something in their hearing or something visual, but to be able to hear your heart. I heard your heart in it. And I think the one thing that my takeaway with it was how vulnerable you are. You're willing to be. A lot of us want the platforms, but we're not willing to be vulnerable. To continue to do that, I was honored to interview you.
I was honored to be interviewed by you.
Isn't that something you put us together?
It's amazing.
Reach it for a hug. Yes, indeed.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, God, don't get us started. Do not get us started in here. Do not get us started in here. Oh my!
I'm trying to.
This happened in Detroit, and folk, the man left out of the room. We couldn't handle the fire in there, so we're gonna try. Okay.